If I conferred with our furry friends, man to animal, think of the amazing repartee. If I could walk with the animals, talk with the animals, grunt and squeak and squawk with the animals, and they could talk to me.
Hello and welcome to Pet Watch, a monthly program about the services of the Williamson County Animal Center. My name is Debbie Sims and I'll be your host today. And my special guest today is Leslie Kessinger. Hi,
Yes.
Leslie. Leslie is from a fairly new location in Franklin called Three Dog Bakery. And she's going to tell us a story behind pet treats and why they can be important and how her store interacts with pets and pet owners.
Yes.
Now, Leslie, we're always looking for somewhere to take our dog.
We are the place to go. We absolutely love dog visitors. Every single dog that comes in the door gets lots of love and a sample treat. We really make it an experience for them, and we encourage people to let the dogs sniff around the store, pick things out themselves, really have a lot of fun there.
Nice. And your store is located in the Cool Springs area, right?
Yeah, so we are in the shopping center with Whole Foods. That's at 1556 McEwen Drive. So it's right off the highway, basically. So it's in a nice shopping
The
center.
McEwen
there.
exit there
Yes.
at 65.
Yes.
What is the motivation that drives you to do something for animals? And you've given a new career, so to speak,
Yeah, absolutely.
opening this store.
Yeah, I've always been extremely passionate about dogs. I've had a dog my entire life. Most of them have been rescue dogs, and that's just something that throughout my life has been a constant. I've always really cared about. And then a couple years ago, my dog Teddy, I rescued from a place out in Lebanon, New Leash on Life, he got sick on the food that he was eating. He developed really bad colitis and was just horribly ill. And I started cooking his food for him because none of the commercial foods that were available were helping him. He just continued to get worse. After a month of cooking for him and then doing some research on my own and really learning about dog nutrition, he got well and he hasn't had an issue with it since. And so that was my motivating factor for really learning about the nutrition aspect. And then thankfully my parents were wanting to go into business with me, and we were able to launch it into a business together.
Now, the all-natural aspect of, as a dog owner, a pet owner, you're not a veterinarian, but we all know that many dogs do have digestive issues.
Absolutely.
And there is a movement in America to go to a more natural food product.
Sure.
And many of the commercial products have what they call byproducts of.
There are a lot of scary things that are hidden in dog food that once I kind of opened the box on learning about a lot of those things, there's really scary practices with food safety. There's fillers and chemicals that are added into the dog food, and a lot of what we see in big stores are products that can be harmful for our dogs.
So just like the foods we eat,
Exactly.
consumers should be aware of what is in their
Exactly.
food.
Yeah. Read the ingredients. It will be life-changing for you.
And maybe your pet.
Yes.
So you've taken the all-natural route.
Absolutely.
And the Three Dog Bakery is a nationwide
So
store chain, is it not?
They are a corporate franchise. So we are, my mom and I are the independent owners of our store, which is really nice because we get to have a family business kind of aspect, but then we also are part of this wonderful business that they've been in business since 1989. They've, really tried tons of different products, and they know what works for dogs, and they've developed these wonderful recipes that I bake now, so we know that they're good for them, dogs like them, and we're really proud to be part of that.
And though you're located in Franklin, you're kind of called the Nashville area location.
Yes. So we have big visions. We are opening a second store in Mount Juliet towards the end of the year. We are they just kind of broke ground on it, so we're really excited. But we're hoping to someday get into more downtown Nashville. So we're using an overarching theme of Nashville.
Good. And we're glad to have you here. And I don't think people know that when they go in your store, there's actually a bakery, and you're the head baker.
I am.
Now, what does it mean when you say everything is a 100% natural ingredient? And you also say that there's no, that many are fortified with vitamins and you don't use salt or sugar.
Right.
So what do you make the products with?
Yeah, so we cook with the same things that you would bake with at home. We use, flour, we use eggs, we use baking soda, things that you would normally cook with. We just cut out the sugar and the salt because those can be harmful to be added into a dog's diet. We also try to moderate the fat level. So we use something like applesauce as a binder versus like butter or milk. And with the food that Three Dog Bakery makes, so our packaged treats over here, we've got some grain-free wafers and jerky and stuff. They only use natural ingredients. They're not going to add in some funny chemical to make it taste like something. They're only using God-given ingredients to make it.
What do dogs like to taste? What is their favorite?
Dogs love things like our Drooly Dream Bar. So this is a peanut butter cake.
And most of us know dogs like peanut butter.
They go nuts
love to lick it off a spoon.
They do. Probably the most popular one in our store is our carrot cake because it's got kind of like a sweet tooth
and what's
flavor
the catchy
to it.
name for that one?
This is Let 'em Eat Carrot Cake.
Let 'em Eat Carrot Cake. And so they kind of all have catchy names.
Yep.
You even have little
cannolis. Yep.
And you have cupcakes.
Yep. And one of my favorite things to do are these little bones that you can personalize. So I did adopt today because we love Williamson County Animal Center, but we can put the dog's name on it. And so this is carob. So it looks like chocolate, but it's a cousin of it.
It's kind of like a person eating a clean diet with made with real ingredients. I mean, your neighbor Whole Foods.
Yes,
exactly. You can get everything you need to make these products. Let's lay them out there.
Yeah.
And, so those are the specialty products that you might bake in the store, and you even have seasonal items.
We sure do. Yes, we. I try to switch my pastry case up all the time. So we're getting ready to head into summer, so we'll have. Little cupcakes that look like hamburgers. We have cookies that look like hot dogs. Right now I have in the case some cupcakes that look like sundaes. They look so good I almost wanted to eat them myself.
And people like to buy a dog an ice cream cone or something cold and frosty, and the ones that are available in the grocery store are not natural products sometimes.
Typically, yeah.
And the ones you get at the local coffee shop would be laden with sugar and salt.
Exactly.
So that's a good alternative is people just think of your store as a dog-friendly place. And you talked about the shelter and how we've teamed up with you before you even opened this store.
Yep.
And you and your mother came by Williamson County Animal Center to see what the local shelter was like here in Williamson County. And we appreciate that because we want our dogs to end up pampered and come into your store. Everyone that gets adopted. Yeah. So tell me about your passion for rescue.
Sure. I don't really know where it started, but I all of a sudden just became very concerned for the plight of animals. There's something about the way that they look at you when they're in need of a home that just really tugs at your heart. And my mom is the same way. We're both very passionate about providing for those animals, and we have done whatever we can to support the local pet community within our store. So we've donated to several different rescues. We've donated to the Williamson County Animal Center. We actually did something really fun where we underwrote Penny Adams Photography to come in and take pet portraits, and then people could donate just in lieu of a payment, and got really fun Christmas portraits with Penny. She does an amazing job.
Oh, I know.
And we, raised money for Williamson County that day, and it was really fun.
That's great. It's a great way to cooperate with the local shelter, and people just love their dogs, and they love to provide for them and have a birthday party. You told me that typically some people actually plan a birthday party for their dogs.
Oh, they do. It is so funny. So one of my first birthday parties that I catered, if you want to say, when we first opened was apparently an Instagram famous doodle named Ragley that I made a big, beautiful birthday cake that was wheat-free and peanut butter for Ragley, and then I made all these peanut butter cups, so they're like a dog-friendly version of a Reese's. And it was just so funny seeing all the pictures that came back from it, that, you know, all the dogs just going nuts over all the treats. And
now, if somebody has a birthday party, you have a couple of options for
Yep,
cakes.
yep.
And you brought one today.
That's our biggest one. That's our large peanut butter bone cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's decorated with the dog's name or
Yep,
what?
we can put happy birthday. I've done like a graduation cake from an obedience training that, you know, it's not, I did a Merry Christmas one for the holidays that, you know, we do a lot of fun
They get
stuff.
their good citizenship certificate
Exactly,
from some of the local
exactly.
training programs.
Yeah, we love to celebrate, so any reason to get, you know, a cake for a dog, we're really excited about.
So you're kind of like the party store for doggy parties.
Yes, I would like to think that. We even have like little birthday hats and everything, so some dogs like those more than others. But
Now, you do have some accessories. You
Yes.
talked about the birthday hat.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people are going to decorative doggy collars, and you talk about how most of your dog accessories are useful items, though
That's
it is
right.
a bow tie.
Yeah. So what I really love about the products that we sell, like our collars, is that these are small companies that hand make these items. So this is Slick Hound out of Kansas City. I know the guy, Nick. I talked to him on the phone to talk about the products that he makes. There's a lady named Joanne who makes the bow ties. That
Wow.
you know, it's really neat to be able to support Small Business America, even
Sure.
as part of Small Business America.
Sure. And most of the names that I've seen on your website are little
Yep.
treat companies and accessory companies that I'd never heard of before, but some
Right.
people that like certain lines. What are some of the lines that you carry?
So one of the lines we carry that I know people look for is a brand called Papilla. And so they make absolutely wonderful harnesses, mostly targeted towards small dogs. And it's apparently very hard to find their harnesses, but I've found that they are very comfortable for the dogs. They take the pressure off of the chest,
Right.
and they're easy to put on. We have some really great food products that we sell in the store. Champion Pet Food lines, so they make Origin and Acana are two of the most high quality brands in, well, now they're being made in the United States. They were in Canada. I would be happy to eat the ingredients that go into that dog food, that they monitor, you know, the animals that are raised for specifically that food.
right.
It's just tremendous. And we've got From, we've got Primal, which is a raw food that I just absolutely love. I put the freeze-dried topper on my dog's food, and they just go nuts for it.
Wow.
Yeah. So
So that movement continues to grow, I think.
it really does.
Of
Yeah.
fresh and natural products.
Yes.
And dogs do get diseases like diabetes.
They do.
And they do have to eat diets that are very low in salt and sugar.
Yes, yes, and actually, that's one of the things that's on the rise very much for dogs is obesity-related diseases. So, obesity in itself for a dog can be an illness, but diabetes, pancreatitis, thyroid issues, a lot of that can stem from poor quality food that they have been eating. Specifically, like filler carbohydrates can really contribute to those illnesses, and they can be very severe for a dog.
And especially in a small dog.
Yes, yes. And what's really difficult for most dogs is that their digestive tract is much shorter than a person's. So everything they eat affects them much more dramatically than it would for us, because we have a little bit more time in our digestive system to work out toxins. Theirs hits their liver and kidneys very fast. So we really have to be careful about what we're giving them, because it can shoot them over into an illness area very
And that
quickly.
brings up the topic of chocolate, which we all hear can be very bad for a dog's kidneys.
Yes,
If they
yes.
eat a large quantity of chocolate.
Yes.
Get into a chocolate stash at home.
Yeah.
Now you don't use what we would call chocolate. You use carob.
Carob, yes.
Okay.
So that's a cousin of chocolate. It's another bean type plant, but it doesn't contain the chemical component of chocolate that is toxic to dogs. So it smells like chocolate. It kind of tastes like chocolate, but we don't sweeten it or anything. So it would taste more like raw bitter chocolate than anything. So the
Now-
dogs go nuts for it. It's hysterical.
They don't know the
Oh
difference.
no,
They
they love it. They react to it the same way a toddler does to a candy bar. Like, just go nuts for it. So.
Yeah. or a popsicle.
Exactly,
Or,
yeah.
ice cream cone or whatever. Now, do you sell some bulk items in your store
do.
also?
Yeah. One of the things you'll first notice when you walk into the store is the bulk and bite bar. And so there's a selection of 8 different types of biscuits that are large ones, and then there's some small ones. And they're just sold by the pound, so you can mix and match. You can try all sorts of different flavors. We also take some of our bulk treats and package them in little like gift bags almost. So really easy to go in and get a gift bag for a puppy birthday party, or if you're going to someone's house as like a hostess gift, something like that.
Right, when it's the holidays and you have to remember your sister-in-law's dog.
Exactly.
You have to send them a gift as well.
Oh, I was blown away by this holiday season by the number of people who would stop in and get giant hostess gifts for, they're going to the in-laws or whatever.
Right.
I mean, it was so fun being part of that.
It's fun. A dog is such a joy to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they give back so much to the whole family.
They really do.
We've found that to be true, of course, with all our adoptions, and especially true with a senior person who is in need of companionship.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before, about how they just light up and then they have a purpose and they have a reason to go out and walk.
Yep.
And it overall affects their lifestyle so positively.
Oh, I saw that with my own grandmother, that she was very ill in the last part of her life, but she had a rescue named Lexi that she just loved to pieces, and Lexi was all about her, and it just made Grandma's last couple of years so wonderful for her. She loved it.
Yeah.
So.
We have a couple of times a year where we have adoptions where we emphasize the seniors, and I think they would have real fun bringing their dog to your store.
Oh, yes.
Now, what about when the kids come in with their dogs? How does that work?
It gets pretty funny, actually. So I bring my dogs to the store as well. So I have Teddy, who's like a lab and boxer mix, and then I have a 6.5-month-old puppy named Lucky.
So they're there. They work there every day.
They work there, yeah. So I ask them if they want to go to work in the morning, and they, go nuts, and we all go to work together. But so lots of kids come in the store to see the dogs. That they'll come in with their own dog, and they're just like bye, and go over and hang out at the gate and want to play with Lucky, especially because he's just playful, goofy puppy. And
He's golden retriever?
No, he's
yellow lab or what?
He's a pit mixed with, I think, blue heeler. Yeah,
I saw a picture of a golden retriever puppy on your website.
Maybe
that was him.
Yeah, we've got all sorts of
Those
dogs
are people who
coming
visited
in.
your store. If anybody
Yeah.
wants to see what the store looks like or what
Yes.
kind of fun you can have there.
Yes.
So you have a little pit mix puppy? Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And he's staying a lot smaller than I thought he was going to. I kind of thought he would be like a giant dog, but I think he's going to be more like blue heeler size.
It's hard to
little
tell.
Pocket guy.
With a shelter dog?
Yep.
You don't know their origins.
That's true.
Many times. And we have that at the shelter all the time is, what breed is this? Well, it's a mixed breed. It's a mixed breed.
Yeah.
And we say adopt, don't shop.
Yep.
Like you said, working with all the shelters around here, and you've had an event at your store for us a couple of times, and we so appreciate you doing that and giving back to our shelter. And we've brought our animals out there for adoption events before.
Yep. And it's been really fun to do that because people just get so excited when they can see the dogs and interact with them, in a space that's just fun and exciting. And it's great for the dogs to get out for the day. It's great for people to really see the shelter in action. It's a win-win for both of us.
Now, do you have anything in the store for cats?
We do have a small cat section. I wish we could do bakery treats for them, but cats are a little pickier, and we haven't found something that universally cats want to have.
But there are some treats?
Yes, we've got some really great food products for them. So if you've got dogs and cats, you can do a one-stop shop. And we've got some really great packaged treats. Free Dog Bakery actually makes some freeze-dried like salmon and chicken treats that are really fantastic. So
we'll have to get that and try it at the shelter on our cats. So you can get your dog food, regular food. You can get treats packaged, or you can get special treats made up.
Yep.
If a person wanted a cake, they could call you and talk about size and flavoring and that kind of thing. Now, coming up in June, you're having an event at the store.
Yes.
June the 18th. Now tell me,
Yes.
what's that event going to be called?
So it's Dog's Day Out is what we're calling it, and it's actually a partnership with the store Fabric and then Lululemon in the strip there with us. They're both dog friendly, and they're very excited to participate in this. So what we're kind of hoping for on Dog's Day Out is that people will bring their dogs and, walk up and down the center with them. We'll have treats at every location. And we're also going to have Penny Adams back at our store doing pet portraits that day. So, and we'll also, again, have those for donations only. And we are also going to have the mobile adoption unit from Williamson County out. So we'll have dogs available for adoption, and I just think it's going to be really fun. We're going to have a raffle for like a really great gift basket, and one of our representatives from one of my favorite brands that we sell, Arc Naturals, is going to be out there giving out samples and talking about the products. Really great information stuff.
Now the other two stores were Lululemon, which is clothing.
Yes, so they do kind of like workout clothing.
Workout clothing, and Fabric, which was.
And
what do they sell in Fabric?
They're more like a clothing boutique. Yeah.
And do they allow the dogs to come in their stores?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah, we're a very dog-friendly
so
shopping center.
People that want to shop with their dog, there are new places to do that.
Yes, it's an extremely dog-friendly shopping center, which is why we ended up there in the first place. That we loved that dogs were already there.
Now you mentioned that the photography by Penny Adams, and she spends a lot of time volunteering at both the Metro Shelter and Williamson County Animal Center, and she's somewhat of a cat expert, but she takes wonderful photography and wonderful portraits of both dogs and cats. Now, was she set up inside your store that day?
She does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the way we set up is it's a pretty small, little setup for it, but it fits within the store, and I don't know what our backdrop will be or anything like that, but she is just...
I don't even notice the backdrop when she takes the pictures of our dogs. And she's sweet enough to take pictures of our shelter dogs to put on Pet Finder and our Facebook page. And
good that it amazes me to watch her, because you can take the most nervous dog that just does not want to be there, and she gets the dog to look directly at her, make an adorable expression, and it all happens so fast, and she just gets these amazing pictures.
She makes them smile, and I haven't quite figured out how she does that yet.
It's incredible. So I mean, we've just been very happy.
We are so blessed, because we would be using our iPhones to take blurry photos if it weren't for her. And I have a friend that had two older Bichons and a younger dog, and she lost both their Bichons in the same year.
Oh, gosh.
And she wishes she might have had a photo of all three of them.
Yeah.
While she had them. It was a wonderful relationship she had with all of the dogs, and it'd be nice to capture that.
For sure.
It's a donation that day, right?
Exactly.
You make a donation.
Of any size. All we ask is that, you give a little love to Williamson County, and then otherwise it's just a free portrait. So
wonderful.
And Penny posts them on Facebook, so you're able to, you don't have to pay anything for them.
Right, and she will provide them on a web, and I think it's on her website for, you just print them off yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, either she can print them, a really high quality photo, or you can grab it off of Facebook and do it yourself. So it makes it really easy for all of us to participate in.
Right. And watch for her around town, because she does holiday portraits and other things too.
Everywhere.
She pops up everywhere. She's such a hard worker.
She is. I mean, watching her and do the photography sessions, I mean, she is really working.
And she can charm a dog or a cat.
Yes. Yes.
And other assorted wildlife, which comes in and out of the shelter.
That's right.
Yeah, we've had quite a summer with, we've had baby raccoons, we've had baby skunks, we've had 2 white rats.
Oh my goodness.
Not all of them are in our care. We pass them on to other organizations that specialize in wildlife rehabilitation.
Well, I was there when the pig was there.
The pig, we've had a pig and a goat, and you never know what's going to happen day to day.
That's right. But y'all open your arms for any creature in need. So that's
June the 18th, Dog's Day Out at your store and some of the surrounding stores at McEwen, the McEwen exit.
Yep.
If you know where Whole Foods is, you just go down the row from the stores, from Whole
Yeah.
Food, and there'll be a little entry. It's sort of a courtyard. It's like a boulevard where you come into your store.
Yeah,
There's
a little bit. Yeah.
green strip down the middle, and there's stores on each side, and then in front of you. So,
Yeah.
Encourage people to come over and see you. And what are the times on June the 18th?
On June the 18th, the actual event is going to be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.,
Okay.
but we'll be open that whole day from 9:30 to 7:30.
Those are your regular hours?
Yes, those are our regular hours, and we'll still have some fun stuff going on outside of that time, but that's when the other stores will be participating.
Okay.
And
Well, you've given us some great ideas on how to pamper our pets after they get adopted from
That's right.
the animal center.
we got everything
And
they need.
I know, and we didn't mention you do have some
yeah.
natural flea and tick products too.
It is the craziest flea and tick season right now, and so we have some wonderful all-natural options to add in with your regular flea and tick, or to replace it. Just kind of depends.
And again,
on,
not putting chemicals on your pet.
Exactly.
Well, we
And
could talk forever. I've got
really
to wind
could.
things
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to let people know that on Friday, June 3rd, our mobile unit will be down at Village Realty in downtown Franklin during the Franklin art scene. So come see us there on Church Street. And on Sunday, June the 5th, we'll have another Wag and Wash event at the shelter from noon to, I believe it's from noon to 3. If you want to bring your dog in for a wash, we have volunteers that have set up pools outside, and they'll bathe your dog for a donation. And you can get your dog microchipped. Cats can also be microchipped that day. Just bring them in a carrier, and we'll be doing nail trims for $10. Then on Saturday, June 11th, we have a really big event, Caddies and Canines Golf Classic at the Cheekwood Golf Club on Spencer Creek Road. It's almost straight across McHatcher from the shelter. You can see some of the holes from our building. The Cheekwood course is a real supporter of the shelter, and they're having this tournament to raise money for us, and we so appreciate it. We do need golfers to sign up for that Saturday, June 11 event. So just go to cheekwoodgolfclub.com or call them at the club, and they'll sign you up. And then June 18th, we'll be at Three Dog Bakery's Dogs Day Out event. And it is kitten season. We don't want to slight the kittens and cats today. We are overwhelmed with kittens. We have close to 80 to 90 kittens that have been in foster care, being bottle fed because they were too little to be adopted yet. But they're all going to sort of come of age soon and be about 8 weeks old and be brought back to the shelter. So we are having a real deluge of kittens right now. And we do have the same adoption process where you fill out an adoption application and get approved, but we lowered the price of these kittens for adoption for $20, and we'll even throw a second one in free, and that worked out great. Last year we had a lot of kittens go out with little companions, and it makes them so happy to have somebody to play with. So if you're in the market for a kitten, we have every size and breed and color you could imagine. We also invite you to come by the shelter, see what we have, see our new free roaming cat room. We call it Purr Palace. We are open for adoptions Monday through Friday from 10 to 6 and Saturday from 11 to 3, and now on Sundays noon to 4. Or you can call us at 790-5590 or like us on Facebook. I really appreciate Leslie being here today and telling us about Three Dog Bakery and why we should watch the foods we give our pets more closely. And we appreciate you giving us an education on that today. And what's good for us is also good for our pets. So we should think about nutrition more. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you'll join us next time on Pet Watch.
If I conferred with our furry friends, man to animal, think of the amazing repartee. If I could walk with the animals, talk with the animals,